So with our questionnaire, we gave the audience a 25-word pitch of our summary of the plot, and then we asked them a series of questions based on the idea. So one of the questions we asked was whether they'd watched any of the following. Then we listed some TV shows that were a similar whodunit murder mystery kind of plot line, and it was found that all 15 people had watched at least one of those shows, which was a good indication that we should go for this idea because it was something our target audience were familiar with and it worked with. So we asked them what they thought was vital to a murder mystery storyline, and the top answers were it being unpredictable and full of suspense. We acted on this by making the whole trailer quite unpredictable, quite vague deliberately of why these people were being killed, who it was that was killing them, and then I built on this with my magazine, with the headline being who is behind the mask, and then about the theories. So it was all kept being quite unpredictable, so you couldn't know from the trailer who the killer was and really what was going on. And then it was full of suspense. We did this through the music, like the clock ticking, the gore, the violence, and then violence was another popular option. And so was interesting characters. Interesting characters is something we could have maybe worked on because we had quite a big cast, so we couldn't really develop on any of them that much. Like, the audience don't know like the characters' names or anything from the trailer, which is something we could work on because that, to me, that is something they don't really know anything about the characters, which is something we could have worked on to make it appeal to our target audience even more. And then we asked them what they thought was important in a film trailer in general, and not giving too much away in a gripping story was the most popular answers. A gripping story is also something we could have worked on, like idea of a concept is there, like people being killed, mystery notes, but there wasn't a really clear and concise narrative that I think we kind of needed. And we didn't give too much away, which was good, but then that's kind of faulted because I don't think we gave enough away in a way. And then we used a soundtrack based on this video. We didn't originally have a song in the trailer, we just had the clock ticking, but then we looked back at our feedback and saw our target audience liked a soundtrack, so then we found a song by Lana Del Rey that fit well with the mood and it kind of worked quite well. And then we asked them, would a film like this interest you? And 73% of our target audience said yes, which was a good indication. Then we asked them whether they enjoy murder mystery storylines, and 87% said yes. So all of this indicated that our idea was good to go ahead, our target audience would be interested in it, they would pay to go and see it. We also looked at the genders, and once again our survey skewed female, which suggests that a lot of these answers appealed more to females, so our target audience kind of skewed female. And then we asked them what they thought of our pitch, and it was generally positive feedback, like they thought it sounded great and they like TV shows that follow that formula, so they would like to see a film version. A lot of comparisons to Pretty Little Liars, which is a good thing in a way because Pretty Little Liars, like that format, is very successful and hasn't been taken to a film level just yet. But then, like, as you can see in the disadvantages, people thought it seemed too similar to Pretty Little Liars, which we acted on this by kind of stripping away the whole Hollywood American Pretty Little Liars has to it, making it quite gritty with like the film noir style and the dark, real feel to it, with like unknown actors in a way, and it was just kind of felt a lot more like gritty and sophisticated than Pretty Little Liars does. And this is also how we acted on it being difficult on a low budget, because we did make it come across very low budget, and then not enough action. We did kind of make our trailer then, because of this, quite fast paced. There was a lot going on to keep the audience engaged throughout. And then the advantages of the trailer is that it could take many different paths, which give the production team so many paths to go down. So this was correct when me and April were creating our trailer. There was so many routes that we could have gone down the Pretty Little Liars route, but we decided to go down the much more real British feel in a way rather than the American Hollywood feel. We can appeal to a teen audience, which we did, and that would appeal to teens. Multiple suspects, so it could be anyone, could cause multiple theories. Once again, I built on this with my ancillary products, with my magazine especially, which was all about the theories behind who was behind the mask. And yeah, so generally our feedback was quite positive. The whole idea was they didn't want it to be too similar to what was already out there, which we acted on by stripping it back, giving it a new style that hasn't really been around in a while. Like film noir was in the past, and there hasn't really been a film noir film since Sin City 2. So yeah, so we kind of acted on this, and that is the feedback we got and how we acted on it. This was all in the research stage still, so we now knew after this what ideas we should go with, what ideas we shouldn't. So we shouldn't be too American, we shouldn't be too predictable, we should fill it with suspense, and these are all things we tried to include in our final trailer and the ancillary products.